Namaste, friends. For today's yoga and journaling practice, we'll be exploring the energies of the full moon in Scorpio, which is April 26, 2021, but you might be doing this practice anytime. So with these energies, I invite us to dive into two prompts today. First prompt, inspired by Scorpio, which invites us to dive deep and feel into what might be hidden. So the prompt is, what's alive in you that's ready to be felt, purified, and transformed? Once again, what's alive in you that's ready to be felt, purified, and transformed? Prompt number 2, full moon, time of expression, receiving abundance. It's the deity of Lakshmi who's over here on my side. So the question is, what wants to be fully expressed? What wants to be fully expressed? So those are our two prompts that we'll be working with during yoga and also afterwards for our journaling practice. Let's go ahead and go to our yoga mats. I invite you to find a comfortable seat where your spine can be tall. You might sit in easy pose with one shin in front of the other. And then take one hand to the heart, the other hand on top, and just feel into what's alive in your heart. And asking yourself, what is alive in me that wants to be felt, purified, transformed? Just really let yourself be honest with yourself, even if you don't share it with anybody but yourself. What is ready to be transformed? Maybe an old pattern, maybe a relationship, maybe a job. Second question, what wants to be expressed? Good, and then to help release whatever's there, go ahead and take one hand now, releasing both hands from your heart. Take your either 3 or 4 fingers, bring them to your sternum. And just kind of make small circles. See what direction feels intuitively right to you. Scorpio being the sign of intuition, connecting with those intuitive powers we all have. And a couple of breaths, just little circles. Nice. And then with your exhale, dissolve that hand down. With your inhale, lift the arms up to an upside down V. Or a right upside down V. What am I talking about? A regular V. Here we go. And then feel the full moon right above your hands. Close your eyes if you wish and drink in the energy of that full moon, luminous light. Beautiful. On your inhale, reach the arms up a little higher. Palms to touch if you can. Exhale, bring it down the midline. And then again, inhale, let the arms lift up. Feel that energy of the full moon. Exhale, bring that full moon down into your heart. One more inhale. And exhale. Good, and then hands to your knees. We'll inhale, lift the heart up, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. And again, inhale, heart lifts. Chin is slightly lifted. Exhale, chin to chest. Good. This time, inhale, rise up, lift the arms to a V, and then exhale, hands behind your skull. Lift the lower skull up, so you're lengthening the neck. Inhale, lift the heart, widen the elbows. Nice. Exhale, chin to chest. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And inhale here. And exhale, release your hands. And we're going to come to sit on our heels now. So if you have a blanket, you might want to use it for padding under your knees. I'm going to sit on our heels in preparation for Gait pose, Parigasana. And then with your next inhale, rise up onto your knees. Knees are about hip distance apart. Hands to hips. We'll take the right leg out to the right. Either turn those right toes forward or right toes straight out to the right. Little bend in the knee. So see what feels better, either right foot in or right toes pointed out to the right. Hug into that midline, hugging the outer hips in. Good, and then with an inhale, reach the arms up to that V shape. Feel the energy of that full moon in Scorpio. What wants to be felt? So we're digging deeper. Time for something. Maybe it's an old wound. Maybe it's something else, but something wants to be felt and seen by your loving awareness. Good, feel it. What is it? If you're really truthful with yourself. Good, and then on your exhale, we'll take that right hand down either to the shin or thigh, left arm up and over that left ear. Inhale, peek the heart down, and then exhale, heart spins up. Good, one more like that. Inhale, heart down to the earth. Exhale, heart up to that big moon. So working with the heart chakra, the fourth chakra, and also the throat, fifth chakra energy today. And take another deep breath in and out here. Beautiful. And then with your inhale, we'll rise back up through the torso. Exhale, drop down to sit on your heels for a breath. Notice any difference between the two sides. And let's move to second side. So rising up onto your knees and then take that left leg out to the left. Again, either left toes forward or left toes out to the left. Hands to your hips as you hug those hips in. And then with your inhale, let the arms lift up to that V shape. Feel that beautiful full moon energy just melting down like nectar. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand down to your shin or thigh. A little bend in that left knee is helpful to protect the knee joint. Right arm up and over. Really nice. Inhale, heart down. Exhale, heart spins up. Good. And again, inhale, heart down. Exhale, heart up to the sky. Good. Bring a nice bright moonlight breath into the whole body. One more. And then inhale as you rise up. Exhale, go ahead and sit on your heels. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little better here. So knees can be up to hip distance apart or a little closer. Either stay here and pause and breathe, or take your hands slightly behind you, coming up onto your a tent-shaped hand or spider-shaped hand. Lift the heart here, little lift in the chin, as long as the neck stays spacious. Good. If it feels right, you might lift your pelvis here, lengthening the tail towards the knees. And either keep the chin tucked in slightly or easily melt the head back. 2 more breaths. What wants to be expressed and released from the inside, from deep inside. Feel it. And exhale down. Gotta feel it to heal it, right? So let yourself feel. That's a big part of what our yoga practice does, letting ourselves feel. Let's go ahead and shift our legs in front of us for a moment. Move your blanket out of the way, either out of the way or or fold it up and place it behind your torso. Keep the right knee bent, and we'll bend the left knee again so the left heel is just outside the left bum. Right leg bent, right foot on the earth. Bring the hands behind you. We're stretching through the front side of the thigh now. You can stay here, or some of you might be able to come down onto your elbows here, or even all the way down onto your back. If you wish, arms rise overhead, hug opposite elbows, and breathe here. Slightly lift your tail and lengthen your tail forward, and then exhale, relax the tail back down. 2 breaths. Just feeling that openness in the heart, openness in the throat. Nice, everyone. And then taking your hands by your sides again, use your core and your belly to rise up, leaning over to the right. Extend both legs and wiggle out your knees. All right, we'll do second side. So the left knee will bend this time. Right knee also bends, but the right foot is next to the right bum. And stay here, sitting up tall, or hands behind you, lean slightly back, lift the heart. If it's a yes for your body, and only you know, if it's a yes, come to elbows, or maybe all the way down to your back. Lifting arms overhead, take the opposite elbow clasp this time as you breathe here. If there's any kind of pain in the knee, then release and you can bring both feet on the earth instead. Lift your tail, extend your tail a little longer towards the front of your mat, and then soften back down. Breathe. One more breath. You're doing great. Feel it. Know that by feeling it, when we really give ourselves space to feel, it already is purifying and being transformed. Good. Let's go ahead and exhale. Hands by your sides and rise up. Leaning over to the left hip, extend both legs. Chandrasana, and shake out the knees if you wish. And now let's crisscross the legs. And move your blanket all the way out of the way now, if you wish. And we'll come to a down dog. So starting on hands and knees, on an exhale, lift your hips, take it to a downward facing dog. Nice, easy breaths here. And from down dog, shift your hips over to the right a couple inches and over to the left. And one more time, hips right, heels can also turn to the right to exaggerate that side body stretch. And now hips left, heels left. Good, and then go ahead and walk. Come back to center first and then walk your feet slowly to the front of your mat with your knees bent. Hang your head. Shake out your head if you wish. Nice, everyone. Press into those feet with an inhale. Slowly roll up. And standing in mountain pose. Pause and breathe. And as you stand here in mountain pose, one more time, take 3 or 4 fingers of one hand to your sternum and make little circles. Just breathe into what's arising in you during this full moon in Scorpio time. Time of bringing things to the light. bringing deep feelings, deep patterns. Just letting the full moon shine that loving light on them so they can be transformed. Great. And then melt that hand down and taking hands to the heart. We'll do a few rounds of Chandra Namaskar. Chandra Namaskar. This is a salute to the moon, different from Surya Namaskar, which are sun salutes. So starting at the front of your mat, feet up to hip distance or a little closer. Root down through your feet. Your feet have tree roots below them. And then inhale, reach up to the sky, reaching up again to that beautiful luminous moon. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. I'm going to step the left leg back. So inhale, left leg back, left knee down. Either rise to fingertips or you can use 2 yoga blocks under your hands. Inhale, lift the heart. Couple breaths here. Pulling those shoulders back. One more inhale. And then exhale to a down dog. And stay in your down dog or inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, slide the heart forward, cobra pose. Exhale, melt the third eye, back through child pose to downward facing dog. Take a nice, generous breath in and out. And then with an inhale, step left foot forward, right knee down, lift the heart. The heart lift towards that beautiful, full, luminous moon. One more inhale. Exhale, step the back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart as you rise up. Good, one more round. So with these moon salutes, we always start with our lunges on the left side by stepping the left foot back first, honoring the yin energy of the moon, the feminine. Let's go ahead and root down with your exhale. And inhale, lift your arms, lift your heart. Exhale, fly down, Uttanasana. Inhale, left leg steps back, left knee down, rise up. Moving a little more swiftly, inhaling, exhaling to down dog, and then come to plank, either chaturanga to up dog or knees, chest, chin to cobra. Inhaling to your back bend, exhale, down dog. And now inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, lift the heart. Exhale, step the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause and breathe, either keeping hands at the heart or melting the arms down, palms forward. Notice what you feel. Good, and then come on to the center of your mat. You might want to have a block for the next part of our practice. So I'm going to take the block to the right side of the mat and step the feet about 3 feet apart. Inhale, arms out to a T. Exhale, turn the right toes out to the right. Bend the right knee. Warrior 2. Turn your palms up and then lift the arms in that V shape and feel that full moon. What wants to be expressed? Thank you for whatever expression comes through without attachment to what it looks like. These yoga poses are a good way to practice that. So we do the pose without attachment. to what the pose looks like. More important is, what does the pose feel like? On our exhale, we'll take right elbow down to the right thigh, left arm over the left ear, Parigasana, side angle. Inhale, heart spins down. Exhale, heart up. And then again, inhale, heart down. Exhale, heart up. Good. Pause and breathe. So some of you stay here. Others of you, if you feel like moving to our Chandrasana, take your left hand to your left hip. Chandrasana, half moon. Right hand to your block. And then we'll shift the weight to the right foot. You can also use a wall here if you don't have a block or a chair. So weight shifts to the right foot, left leg lifts. You can gaze at the floor here. You can gaze forward, or maybe even turn your gaze up to the sky. Perhaps release that left arm up. And if you wish, even take a bind here. Left hand to that left leg. Good, one more breath. Kicking the left foot away from the bum. And then inhale as you release. Exhale slowly. Come on back down, both feet parallel. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, forward fold, pyramid. Melting your arms after you melt your torso. One more breath. And then inhale, come halfway up. Take the hands back to the hips, shoulders on the back, elbows lift. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, melt your arms as you turn your left toes to the left, bringing your block over to the other side now. The left toes left, same flow second side. Inhale, arms to a T, palms up. Exhale, bend that left knee. And lift the arms up slightly. Imagine that moon shining right above you. Maybe you're outside seeing the moon right now. Who knows? But really feel that energy there. Good. And then exhale, left elbow down, right arm up over the right ear. Inhale, heart spins down. Exhale, heart to the sky. One more inhale. And exhale. So some of you stay here, or if you wish to move to your half moon pose, right hand to the right hip, left hand to your block. So you shift weight to your left foot. Lift the right leg up. Toning that outer left hip down towards the left outer heel. Spinning the heart up. Maybe the gaze comes forward or up. Feel free to lift that right arm. And if you wish here, if it feels in flow, take your bind, right knee bends, grab hold of that right foot. Make peace with those wiggles. Balance is being at peace with whatever movement is there. One more breath. Doing great. And then inhale to slowly release. And exhale, feet parallel. Pause. Good. We'll duck walk the feet in. Keeping the feet at 45 now. Exhale down to a squat pose. You can sit on a block if you wish. Block or two under the bum. Hands to the heart. And now let's take left hand on the heart, right palm on top of that left. And ask yourself what wants to be expressed during this full moon time. If you were to express yourself with no censorship, No holding back. And later on, I'll invite you to journal on that prompt. And also, what is coming up to the surface now that wants to be felt? Purified, transformed. Maybe there's something that's completing for you. Good. On your exhale, go ahead and release. We're going to come to sit on our heels now. And let's take a block behind you. Grab your blanket again. You might place the blanket behind you with the block, the top of the blanket. It's one option. You're going to sit on your heels with the knees together to start in lightning bolt pose. So knees together, lightning bolt pose, yeah? And pausing here. We're going to make the shape of a bell mudra. I learned this from my teacher, Nubia, who has a beautiful book, Yoga and the Art of Mudras. Check it out. We'll inhale, open the arms wide and turn the palms out. Palms out. Yeah. And then exhale, cross the right arm on top of the left. Bring the palms to touch. Bend the elbows and take your hands above your head. And now if you can, widen the knees apart, making the shape of a bell. Lengthen through the arms to make the handle of the bell. We're ringing a bell saying, here I am, expressing me with all my uniqueness. Could reach up a little higher. One more inhale. And then exhale, melt it down. And your hands get in front of your heart. Unwind the arms, fingers touch the thumbs. And then open the fingers wide to lotus pose. Or lotus mudra, Padma mudra. Good. Exhale, hands melt. Let's try that one more time, the opposite hand in front. So inhale, arms wide, palms out. Exhale, left arm in front. Or left arm on top, palms to touch. And then bend your elbows and take your hands above your head. Good. Lengthen through the arms. Make that handle of the bell with your arms. The legs are the bell part of the bell. And what is it that wants to be expressed? Ringing of the bell, a symbol of that expression. On your next exhale, melt the hands down in front of the heart. Unwind the hands, fingers. Touch the thumbs like you're holding a closed lotus. And then the lotus opens, fingers wide. Good. Melt the arms and breathe. Hands to the lap. Great. And then coming now to rise up and move now your knees in and your feet outside of your hips. So knees to touch. And then we'll, if you can, roll the flesh of the calf out. Sit down here. If that's not possible, you can sit on a block or two. Stay here and breathe. That might be enough. For those of you who this is true for, you can take hands behind you, lift the heart. Moving into Supta Virasana. Maybe rest on your elbows. Or come all the way down. You might take a block under your head. Any height that works for you. Yeah, or no block. Up to you. And then either arms by your sides or arms up. Hold opposite elbows. And 3 generous breaths. Lift your tail, lengthen the tail, and then settle the bum back down. You can stay here longer if you wish. Good, and then let's exhale, hands down. Use your arms and your core to lift up. And then moving arms in front of you. Lean forward, lifting the hips. We'll take just a brief down dog to air out through the knees. Good, and then come to sit. Simple cross-legged or easy pose. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, left hand to the opposite knee, twist right, right hand behind. And inhale back to center. Change the crossing of the legs. Inhale, exhale, twist left. And inhale back to center. And then one more time, take 3 or 4 fingers to your sternum. Either hand will do. And slowly create circles on that sternum. Just breathing into whatever's there, wants to be felt and expressed. And finishing with palm to palm, hands at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to thank yourself for your presence with yourself. Thanking the energies of the Scorpio full moon and the creative flow that is always with you. Namaste. So friends, I'm going to come a little closer to the camera and invite you now into a creative writing practice or a journaling practice inspired by these prompts we've been working with for the whole class. So prompt number 1, what is truly coming up from deep inside you in this moment of your life that wants to be felt at a deeper level, purified and transformed? So just see what unfolds. Let yourself free flow writing on that theme. And I invite you to just also feel any resistance and write about the resistance, because sometimes as we're processing and healing these deeper parts of ourselves, the resistance will come up because we want to hold on to the old familiar way, the old familiar pattern in ourselves, the old familiar relationship or job or activity or place to live or whatever. But what is it that's ready to be really exposed into the light of the full moon? And then similar but a little different, second prompt is what wants to be truly expressed inside of you, from deep inside. If you could just speak it from your heart without censoring, without stopping, without making it sound pretty even, what would you speak? So important to just give that free space for our heart to speak. So those are my invitations. Really good to be here with you all, and I look forward to seeing you next time for some yoga and creativity practices. Until then, be very well, be love, because you are love, and most of all, be you, because no one else can be you like you can be you. See you soon, friends.